All right, hello, hello. Hold on real quick. Do we have members only? I'm going to do it subscribers. Today. So as long as you're subbed, you'll be good to go. I didn't want to do membership only today since it's Monday. Oh, dude, I totally forgot too. So I've been dealing with some things. And look, I'm going to be on the phone all fucking day today and the next couple days. So I'm really not looking forward to that. I really am not. I'm not fucking looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to fucking trading. You know what I mean? Trading. That's where the focus should be. Trading and the people. I'm not going to get into it just yet. I'm not going to start no shit right now. Not right now. So, you know, it's a good day to decide to have a good day. You know what I mean? Every day that you wake up, you decide if the day is going to be good or if the day is going to be bad. I would want the NASDAQ to hit 13.5 if we could get that today. I would really like that. I would really like that. I'm not long. I looked at this earlier. I didn't long that. But I feel like that could easily be on the table for this afternoon if we continue our bullishness here in the second half of the day for the afternoon session. So we'll see. We'll put an alert there as well, at least at the highs. So we'll see if we get that. The Dow's lagging behind a little bit. It's not looking too good. So we'll see how that goes. And then the S&P, I think it's hard to say. On 1 minute, I was watching this earlier. On the 1 minute, we definitely had some triple lows down in here. But if we are bullish, then we're probably just going to leave that there. And that may not end up being a downside objective for today. So we're at a 1 hour imbalance. I think it depends what we do here, but I don't think I'm bearish in here. We would need some pretty convincing evidence if we're going to go back down to the 30s away from the 50s. So we'll have to see how it goes. So I just don't fucking know, man. I just don't know. Oh, great. And I got a fucking voice message too. So, oh, man, drama, bro. At the end of the day, the more time you spend bullshitting, the less time you get to spend trading, developing yourself, and fucking reading and everything else that's actually important. You know, Marcus Aurelius was right 2,000 years ago, or like 1,900 years ago, when he asked himself, he had told himself in meditations that because most of what we do is not essential, so we have to ask ourselves, is this necessary? So if you ask yourself that at least once or twice a day, is this necessary? Is what I'm doing necessary? A lot of the times you'll realize that, you know what? It's not. That it's not necessary. You know, should I be arguing with this person? No, this isn't necessary. So, you know, Stoic ideas, man, they're ancient, but they definitely have a lot of merit to them. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Guys, drop a like if you guys can hear what I'm saying. If you guys can hear what I'm saying, drop a like. Let me know. That's our sound check for the day. But what's good? Ali, Naruto, Christian, Mr. John, Tiago, what's good? Alina, ET, what up? What up? Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you guys had a great Mother's Day yesterday as well. Know what I'm saying? Do you not trade XAU USD, aka gold? Do I trade gold? Every once in a while. Every once in a while. I do have physical silver. I've been over that more than once on this channel. But do I actively trade gold and silver? No, not really. Not really. I just prefer the indices. I could go over to gold, but I just prefer the indices more so. Here's another thing too. We need to see if Dow can get above these highs. Because right now, if we look at it, the Nasdaq is above this high. The S&P, it looks like it's getting close to doing that. And the Dow is not. The Dow is definitely lagging behind. So we'll see. We'll have to see how it goes. But for them to be, together, the Dow would need to see a rally. It's weak, so I would probably not want a long Dow. I'd probably want to avoid that. And Nasdaq is our leader, but dude, it's flown. It has flown. So getting in this late is treacherous activities, unless your entry is super spot on. So, do you use the mitigation model also for the metal? The mitigation model is applicable to everything, in my opinion. It's applicable to everything, in my opinion. I always wanted to what? Highs from when ETFs filled the gap. Trader Dad, I'm not sure exactly what you said there. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. But we'll give the indices a break. Take a look at some currencies, kind of see what's going on in that realm. I haven't looked at it at all today. So let's start with the dollar, actually. Let's start with the dollar. Man, I think it's hard to say for the dollar. I think we're in a unique position given last week. So we finally left this consolidation though. That was very interesting for the other currencies in the dollar index. So we finally broke out to the upside. Obviously today being a down day has sent Aussie higher, Kiwi higher, British pound higher, and the euro is barely higher. I mean, like, barely. What was it last week? I think it was silver. Let's take a look at that real quick. We were bearish on silver. I mean, I don't know if everybody was. I know that I was bearish on silver last week. And we have definitely traded a lot lower. But at the same time, if you look at it from the daily, okay, the 2450 level for silver, right, was the lows of April. And we're below that for silver. But if you look at gold, we're not. We have not traded. I think the equivalent would be 25th and 27th. Well, it's those lows, but you could probably put all of those together. So that's probably going to be important later on, but I think 2075 and above still is going to be on the table, because despite some brokers, at least what I'm looking at for Owanda, they have not traded higher. Like, it has not traded all-time highs for Owanda. Know what I'm saying? So I don't know about being bearish. I'm not going to be bearish until this is taken out, period. You know, could we find some intraday setups? I mean, yeah, of course, but just knowing that that's up there, I don't want to short just yet. But if we do come down, I would definitely want to see how we react from these levels here. 1980, 1970. Well, it would be the high 60s. If we end up coming down in there, if we come down there first, I would actually start probably looking for longs to maybe go up there. But right now it's kind of stuck between all-time highs and the short-term lows. So I think it's in a very interesting place right now, but it is stronger than silver because, again, gold is trading higher, silver is lower. So that could be problematic, but that's okay. I mean, that's one down candle in the last like couple months. So it's okay. It's not all that big of a deal. So yeah, outside of that, I don't know. I do not know. We close at the higher end of that imbalance. When you're bearish, that's usually not what you want to see. I'm not bearish, but I'm just saying, like, if I happen to be bearish, I wouldn't want it just to close right there. I usually want to see like a lower close than that. So that's not entirely convincing me that we would be bearish there. And the S&P is just so close to these highs. I mean, that would make sense. So if NASDAQ sends us above 13.5, that would easily be able to put us above, probably in the 60s for S&P. In the Dow, I mean, would, I guess, possibly see 33.5 and maybe above. So we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, so if I had to say, I'd be bullish for today on the indices. Okay. The only problem, I guess, is we've been flying. And very little retracements have been offered. So sometimes that is hard to get in sync with. It's not impossible, but sometimes it is hard to get in sync with when they take off like that. So, like the NASDAQ this morning, right? I watched that happen, but to be fair, I didn't really see anything over to the left on that 5-minute time frame. On a 1 minute, you could probably consider this a mitigation here, like with this up candle. So you do have an overlap there, but that would have been a multi-time frame confluence. So, or shit, actually you have one right here, actually. Oh fuck, I overlooked that. Wouldn't be the first time I overlooked something, chat. But again, 1 minute mitigation, and then that 5-minute imbalance. So there's your overlap right there. And obviously that sent us dramatically higher. So yeah, I mean, if you're in on that, then yeah, today's blessed. I wouldn't even be worried about it. But trying to get in now, I think it could be difficult. It could be difficult. Not impossible, but you know, I've taken losses before trying to buy this late and do a move. And then it makes you feel like a goober because it's like, fuck, buying this late and do a move. You know, it's the potential is less and the probabilities, I think, are lowered as well. So, you know, it just depends on what you think is late and what you think is you know, considered an opportunity. Because if we don't, like, let's say we don't get there. Let's say we don't get there and NASDAQ distributes above London's high. And let's just say S&P does the same thing. Then, okay, if we start to sell off dramatically, then that 41.37 level could be on the table for today. But that is such a small time frame that we may just leave that there. We may just leave that. I would be more concerned with going long. So there's a 5-minute imbalance right here. On the 15-minute, it does look like this could possibly be an imbalance as well. So if it were me, I would probably expect maybe the lower one to be a buying opportunity versus the higher one. This could still be respected to go higher, but again, if it were me, I would expect a pullback below the afternoon session open. I mean, if I had a say in the matter, there's only a few things in this life that I have a say over, and price action is not one of them. So, you know, what we control and what we don't control. Was good, Vadu? Was good. So there is your afternoon session opening price. So yeah, I would be, let me see what's going on here. Because I don't think that's a new high right here. I don't think that's a new high. Oh, if anything, that's a equal. If anything, that's a double top. And you already know what we do with those. So I know you guys on Friday saw me call Jerome Powell and he pumped the market for us, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him to do that again today. You know, he told me he really doesn't want to do that anymore. He's trying to, become more moral with the markets. I said, all right, man, it's cool. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we're good friends. So we'll have to see. But anyways, you guys have any questions? That's really all that I got. That's really all that I'm going to be looking for today. And we can run the session as long as you want because I don't have any more obligations. That 2 o'clock obligation is no longer an obligation. So we can hang out the entire afternoon session. Know what I'm saying? You know what? We may even, depending on what you guys want, we may even flatten the schedule down to the same time instead of Monday and Friday at 1 Eastern and then Tuesday and Wednesday at 2 Eastern. We could just flatten that and make it the same time every day. Let's take a vote. Oh shit, not a Q&A. Poll. Let's see. Bring schedule to 1 p.m. EST. Every streaming day, I guess. Yes or no? There's about 26 of you. If you guys could vote and let me know. We got a lot of votes on Friday, actually. We got like over 30 or 40 votes for like who drinks, who doesn't drink. So that's always nice. Participation. I like participation. I don't like ghost followings and ghost viewers. You know what I mean? You did like the people who just watch the content but don't interact. Like I don't really care for that. Now I know there's always going to be some people like that. They're at work trying to watch YouTube, which fuck. I mean, I don't suggest that, but you're always going to have people that don't participate, and that's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you. I just would prefer participation over non-participation. You know? I don't feel like it's a lot to ask. I don't feel like it's a lot to ask. I got stopped out at S&P. Alina, what happened, Alina? Did you try and short the S&P or did you long the S&P? I feel like if you got stopped out, I feel like you shorted. I feel like the only way to go, I feel like the only way to break even today on long is if your entry was just awful. Because today's been almost bullish. I mean, look how many up candles we have. We have a little consolidation in there. Yeah, I mean, that's lunchtime bullshit anyway, but majority of the day's been up. So I feel like you tried to short today's market. Is that the case? Oh, long at 41.32. For futures or for CFD? I'm confused on that. 41.32. Did you buy it on the way lower? On the way down? You bought it here? Like an old imbalance or something? What happened with that? Ark got 2 RR on shorts, longs left without me. Hey, I understand. I understand. Dude, I woke up late today, man. And then I woke up to some bullshit. So that's always fucking fun. It's always fun. Anything that takes you away from the charts, in my opinion, unless it's related to like, you know, taking a kid to school or picking up a kid from school or, you know, something like really, really important. Everything else, if it takes you away from the chart, is fucking bullshit. Drama, trivial. You know what I mean? Like, oh, see, look at that sharp turn right into that. So we're digging into that imbalance. So I want to see how we react from here. Because if we just completely wreck that, then those triple lows there still could be on the table. But if I had to say, if again, we do this all the time. Like if I was forced to pull the trigger, if I was absolutely forced to take a trade, I would go long. I would long. But I'm not going to right here. And this is not financial advice. But if I had to say, I would long. Ooh. So the Dow, respecting that imbalance, did send that shit lower. It did. It sure did. Matter of fact, I think it hit this one up here too. On a 15-minute. So it tapped into that, but respected this one here. That's not bad. It's not bad, but I wouldn't want to be bearish. But I could be wrong. That's always there, you know. Could always be wrong. Do you not look at the T-bonds intraday anymore? Not really. Not really. I probably should, but I trust relative strength more than like the T-bonds, or matter of fact, that might not even be the right contract. ZBM. I don't know if we're still in that month for bonds. I don't know. I don't memorize the changeover off the top of my head. I usually just go to bar chart and then see where the volume and open interest is at and then go from there. But yeah, I don't really look at it too much on an intraday basis anymore. Ooh, look at that close. Yikes. Big old yikes. Okay. Well, yeah. I can make the case for longs, but we could also make the case for shorts down to this level here. So I think it is in a very interesting position. That's why I said we need to see how we react from here. Because these lows here, triple lows on the micros, is also triple O's for ES as well. So you got to think about all the people that were in here on this consolidation trying to break out to the downside or trying to break out to the upside. Think about it. So the upside traders, they got their movement, right? Like, oh, we're going to place buy stops above this high. Okay, cool. They got in and the market rallied, right? So now they're getting pressed. Okay. So now there's pressure against them. Now it's back to like these breakout levels here. So they're clenching their ass cheeks right now, going, oh, fuck. Well, I hope we don't come down here. So I'm thinking very, very high likelihood that 36s, 35s, something like that could easily be taken for the S&P. On the way lower, it looks like we did create this imbalance here. So that could be something for the downside. Like if we just kind of hit the whoop-de whoop right in there and go lower. I could see that. Sorry, we need to be on the micros because that's where all the majority of the markups are at. Like the timing window and all that. So we'll watch it. Oh, Christian, I didn't mean to go over your question. I skipped around, but I didn't mean to ignore you. Why aren't you going to be on Power Hour? Because I don't know. I woke up today and my channel is gone. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything. That's all that I know. That's it. It's just my channel is gone and that's it. I don't know anything else. So it's, you know, it's hard for me to comment on something, but I don't have the full picture, so I can't. You know what I mean? Like I can't comment or, you know, give you a reason because I don't know. So I wish I could answer your question, but I can't because I just don't have I don't have all the information. Thought it was a mitigation of my entry was the lack of wick on the imbalance, but we went under the low. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And then it went higher after the low was taken. Trading without bias and only waiting for obvious liquidity raid with displacement causing market structure shift change is all for me. Minute time frame scalping. Yeah, Art. I agree. You know, you know, you sound like Casper when you said that. When I read that out loud, literally, because that's what he looks for. Liquidity rate and displacement. Like he says that fucking 1,000 times a stream, which is not a bad thing. I'm just saying, you know, it's just funny. That's all. Like when I was reading that, I sounded literally just like Casper. Started to go deeper into price action with you. Tried to understand why Euro USD made the move to the downside. Was it caused by the opening day gap? We can go look at Euro, but I haven't looked. Dude, I spent like maybe all of what 30 seconds looking at the Euro a little bit earlier. So, Fin student. Okay. No worries. No worries. I think. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all just trying to trade. You know, we're all trying to pimp slap the markets. And so whatever verbiage you want to use, it doesn't matter. I've been saying this for years too. Names don't matter, but context does. You know what I mean? Names don't matter, but context does. You could call, you know, shift in market structure, break in market structure. You could fucking displacement. You could say conviction. I mean, dude, it really doesn't matter. The names do not matter. As long as you know what it means, okay? That at the end of the day, that's what matters, context. And right now, right now, I'm thinking the context is we're fixing to pimp slap anyone who's trying to go long. Didn't take. See, that's the thing too, right? Think about that. If you were long here, let's say you bought this breakout and you were long here and then the market comes all the way up, but it doesn't make a new high, right? And then the market comes all the way back to your entry. That sucks. that sucks. Because then what's going to happen? Again, this is completely theoretical. This is what I think the storyline is. People bought that. The market gave. They didn't take. It doesn't make a new high, so they have no reason to take profit because their orders were probably up here, didn't get met. The market comes all the way back down, and they're going, ah, shit. So now they want to pray, right? Going, okay, well, just pop it a little bit, and then it would pop back into this imbalance. So they would think, oh, maybe we're right. Maybe it'll make a new high, and then it just collapses down here and takes all that liquidity and gets everybody out. That is what I think is likely to take place. That I think is going to be the storyline. You know, the demise of other traders. And I know that may cause internal conflict with some people. But when you trade these markets, you understand that when you lose, your money goes to someone else. And when you win, that money comes from somewhere else too. So it's a give and take ordeal, right? That's what you sign up for. And you know that. But when you really get into like trading, right? In terms of like the smart money concepts or the institutional trading, you know, whatever it's called these days, you realize that in order to do really, really well, that means someone has to do really, really bad. So who doesn't do well? And to me, it's you know, the guys or the traders rather that are trying to buy the breakouts and stuff. So it just makes all the sense in the world for us to come down here. Now, how we get there, if we even get there, you know, that's the next thing. If we have our timing windows up here, sorry, I keep going back to ES. I don't know why I keep doing that. My mind wants me to fucking put a trade on ES. Like, John, stop trading the fucking micros. Like, look, man, ES will rip you a new one. Okay, literally, the S&P will rip your face off. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre shit, bro. And it's true. It will do that. And that's all the faces down here, I think. Everyone's face is down here. If I can put it up here. They're all down here. Lions and gazelles, remember? Lions and gazelles. It's a bearish divergence now, though. No, followed a willingness to trade lower. Are you talking about Euro? Is that what we're talking about? Once you get indices, you never see SFX or FX the same. Bro, I've been putting on people to indices for years. For years. I barely trade Forex anymore. Like, at all. Hardly at all. Every once in a while. But 95% of my trades, probably 99% of my trades are index futures. Period. So yeah, what we'll do is we will put an alert here as well. Although I will say, oh shit, it's thundering right now. So if the stream gets cut off, it means I lost power. Okay, that's what that means. Is it, dude? Like, that's not the weather app. The weather's been really bad here the last few days here in Houston. I've had power this whole time, but there's always the possibility that I could lose power here. So doesn't mean I quit the stream. I just said, you know, fucking I'm out like SpongeBob, but it just means that the power went out and there's nothing I can do about that. what I was trying to get into before before that was happening is I think it's difficult to frame a 1 to 3. If we trade into this, I think it's hard to frame a 1 to 3 though. I will tell you that. If we shorted, like let's just say 46. If the stop was above the imbalance, like at 52, so what's that? 6 points. The downside at the, what do we say, 36? That's like a 1 to 1.6. That's booty. 1 to 3 would have to be something like that. So you'd either have to water down the risk reward or really tighten the stop. Again, that's based on the 5 minute, and that's even if it comes back up into that, because it doesn't have to. That's what I would want to see though, because what retracement have we seen other than like a 1 minute, like right there, maybe right there. Say it's just gonna fucking attack that level now. It's gonna run straight to the 36, 35 level probably. Because now I'm telling you, they're praying. They're going, please don't come down here. They're going, don't do it. Don't do it. And it's just gonna want to go down there even more. Know what I'm saying? So with that, there would also probably be a run on trailing stops as well. Anyone who got in like below the low down here, if they held on too long, they're gonna get wrecked. Dow is getting ready to take that low as well. There's that, and then the Nasdaq doesn't have the same lows, but it does have like a couple distinctive lows here. So that I'm not surprised about. And now you see why we don't long imbalances way up here, right? Did you guys catch that? That was like kind of a little lesson right there. Remember I told you, you know, buying too late. You're trying to long something way too late, and now you see why. Like, oh, that imbalance didn't hold. Well, no shit. No shit. Look where you're buying at, bro. You're buying after a big ass move. You know, are we buying low and selling high, or are we buying high? That right there would have been buying high. That doesn't make logical sense. There's your lows on the S&P. 36. 36 is just like I mentioned. See how it took that aggressively? What retracement? What retracement? It fucking jammed down there, bro. It jammed down there. I gave you the storyline. Although, again, I would have wanted to see the imbalance, personally. But it just didn't do that, did it? But nope, it ran right there. Right in there. Context, okay? Context matters. Now, to be fair, that might be a run on stops in a bullish market. So this may end up actually being a buying opportunity, because with the exclusion of that high, if we put those two together, that is equal highs. Below afternoon session, we just took stops. Look how it's reacting. Look how that's reacting. So we're going to take this off now, because I wouldn't want to short when there's equal highs. Okay. Now, why didn't I say that earlier? Because this imbalance, okay, would have been a high probability short to go down to this liquidity here. But since this has been taken, the only like higher probability upside, or excuse me, high probability target is upside. So if we hit the U-turn and we start dramatically trading higher, the 56s, the 60s, that could easily be on the table. But this would need to be evidence of a stop run. We would need to see some pretty convincing price action that that's a stop run. So the S&P is lower there. The Dow also took that same short-term low. and the NASDAQ, oof, I can't even tell. I can't even tell. The NASDAQ hasn't traded below that low yet. If it decides to, and there's an imbalance right here too. So if you were one of those people who likes to buy imbalances, I mean, that might be acceptable. If we're going for a super like tight stop in a like 1 to 4, like I could see something like that probably. If NASDAQ's our leader, which it is, because the others are flat, NASDAQ is up like 0.2. This would be a two birds, one stone scenario where you're rebalancing price and taking traders out and getting traders in. Like you're getting shorts in on that. Anyone who's long, they're getting out, and then price is rebalancing at the same time. So like that, I could see being a high probability long position there. So what I'm going to do personally for my notes is I'm going to note that the 15-minute looks like hot dog water, but I would screenshot this and see what happens by the end of this afternoon. So I'm basically screenshotting the idea that this would be a long to run up to the highs. That's what I'm screenshotting, okay? So again, just to be clear, and I say this all the time because I really want you to understand, I am not telling you to buy that. I'm not telling you to long this with a real account. I'm not saying that at all, okay? I'm not licensed to give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, you can lose money trading, all right? But in terms of reading price action, studying price action, this is what I would be studying. And this is what I would be looking for. Strongest index, buying below old lows, high probability target, nice risk reward setup. And that imbalance would have to hold. I would also study the opportunities. Like, for example, before my power gets knocked out, if it does, if we get that, great. And then if it rallies and then retraces, I would study everything within that. And then if we continue up to that, I would study everything within that. Okay, if that is the case. Now, I'm not going to screenshot this per se, but just the overall, I would. I mean, I just did. I screenshotted that, and I'm going to come back obviously at 3 o'clock, or if that alert at 494 gets hit first, then I'll go, oh, the NASDAQ hit our target, and then we can update that screenshot. You know what I mean? And then I've got some time windows on here as well, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, and 2 to 3. So I would be curious to see if that does pan out, when does it occur? And I would write down, or at least be aware of, like, you know, what is taking place. Know what I'm saying? Do you have a fixed trading time? No. I mean, I'm pretty much in front of the computer screen, probably too much. But there are certain times of the day for the indices that I do look for entries and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, you have your 8:30 to probably about 10:30. That's like the first 2 hours. That's usually where I like to see the divergence form, if there's going to be one. I look for 12 o'clock the afternoon session start, and then 2 to 3 is like that final hour. So you can usually get some pretty decent moves in the last 60 minutes as well. So there are certain times, yeah. As long as life doesn't get in the way. I think I got to see the dentist on Wednesday. They got to do a routine cleaning. I'm like, ah, fuck. But I'll do it. Only because they're cool people. And I should probably text. I should probably get my teeth clean. What is the text indicator name to get some indicators on a chart? Oh, it's just It's called Watermark by TradingView. It's called Watermark by TradingView. Now, if I had to go do something, let's say I had to go to the dentist at 1:30, I would screen record this and then come back to it later. So I'd be able to see, at least in a hindsight perspective, I'd be able to come back and then watch it with speed to kind of see like how the candles print, how they fluctuate, you know, and stuff like that. I would want to see that. That would be beneficial. That would be beneficial. AF. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Let's see one more thing. So notice where that entry is at too. That's right near like a 50% level. That might be a little not good, wonky. But yeah, we just, let me see if E-mini did that. Yeah, so E-mini and micros have both created lows for the NASDAQ at 13,418. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. So yeah, ARK. It's just called Watermark by TradingView. And then, but you got to mess with the settings though. Like I made mine, you know, certain gray and certain like spaces and stuff like that. I have another chart that actually has a stack here of like affirmations and whatnot. But yeah, I used to have 6 or 5, but now that I have my camera right here, I don't have one here. You guys wouldn't be able to see it. But yeah, time, price, context, Y slime, memento mori, and premeditatio malorum. You guys know what all that shit means, right? I mean, I failed Spanish 3 times and I failed Latin once, but these Latin terms, or mantras, if you will, they mean things. They mean things. Ooh, excuse me. Well, I would never tell you guys to just jump right into futures trading. A lot of people have, I would say probably the last 2 years, a lot of people come to me, John, how do I get into futures trading? Well, if it was me, okay, I fucking just jumped right into it, okay? But I don't suggest that. I would suggest going into TradingView paper, okay? And then see how things are, right? The no spreads and shit like that. To see the leverage, to see the, not like the leverage per se, but the point system, right? Because you might think, you know, some people think, oh, 5 points, like that's not a lot. Yeah, but E-mini is $50 a point. So a 5-point move is $250. And you show me what fucking day job is going to give you $250 in a 5-point move in like 5 or 10 minutes. Nobody, almost nobody on this planet makes $250 in under an hour unless you're like a fucking lawyer or a doctor or some shit. Or you own like if you're Elon Musk or some shit, yeah, great. But we're not going to be on that type of level. But the markets, they can provide you with that type of opportunity. Okay, think about it. We went from the 25s up to the 50s. That's a 25-point move. What do you think 25 times 50 is? What do you think that is? A 25-point move at $50 a point. That's $1,250 per contract. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you would have caught down here and then sold up here. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying the math that is provided there, that's a $1,200 move from 9:15 to 12:10. So you show me any fucking job that you make $1,200 in 3 hours. That's what, $400 an hour? No one's paying you $400 an hour to do shit. Again, unless you're a lawyer or a doctor or you work for the fucking mob or some shit. But the futures market, yeah, E-mini, it can rip your face off. But if you're on the right side, you're blessed, is what I'm saying. You know, being able to take a trade and literally see hundreds of dollars in a matter of minutes. It is scary. That's real shit. It is scary. Because a lot of us don't make that at a job. We don't. That $1,300 move you might see in a 2-week paycheck. And when you see a 2-week paycheck move in like 2 hours or 3 hours, it slaps you totally different. And it shifts your mind too. It really does. You go, oh my God, it used to take me 2 weeks working 40 hours a week to make what I just did in 2 hours, 3 hours, or maybe even a day or two. That's fine too. Maybe you didn't trade Monday, you traded on Tuesday. Okay, great. Still, it's incredible and it's bonkers, bro. But at the same time, I'm telling you, it's very dangerous too, because that 2-week paycheck, right, that you made in 2 or 3 hours, it could also be taken in 2 or 3 hours as well if you have that sort of stop. So you have to be aware of that. You could lose a 2-week paycheck in 3 hours if you're not careful. So that's what I'm saying. Futures, yeah, it's fun, but when you lose, it's not fun. Okay, I can confirm that 100% that shit is not fun. When you lose 100, a couple hundred, or even a couple $1,000 your first time, shit makes you want to throw up, bro. Really. I remember taking a more than one loss like that, you know, at the very beginning, many years ago, not in the FX market. I mean, not in the futures market, but like in Forex markets, you know, and back when I was trading binary, the same thing, bro. I mean, losing a few $1,000 in a day, it hurts, man. It definitely does. So that's why you got to be careful. All right. We have an imbalance here. And now, to me, I would have wanted to see this low be taken here. And we're in this imbalance right now, or like we're getting ready to get there. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen next. But from what the S&P did, it ran that. And the Dow ran its low as well. So the NASDAQ is the only one who didn't. But the bodies did close higher. So what am I supposed to do with that? Might be worth to wait for the last PM hour today. Liquidity engineered on both sides. Oh, I know. That's why I tell you guys that all the time. Almost every stream, I'm like, we might have to wait for the last hour. And what happens usually? That last hour is usually a banger. It usually is a banger. Not always, but a lot of the times. And here's the thing, man. You only need like 1 or 2 solid trades a week. Seriously. Sometimes Monday and Tuesday present you an opportunity that you're just fucking blessed for the rest of the week. You don't have to do shit. Especially if you trade commodities. Oh my God. Commodity futures, dude. I hardly trade commodity futures. It's intense, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's fucking intense. So if you have an emotional connection to money, trust me, do not trade commodities. Technically, this is a commodity, but dude, oh my God. Silver, I mean, just a couple of ticks and it's fluctuating hundreds of dollars. I'm like, oh my God. It's hard, man. Because if you're someone like me, which most of you probably are, you know, we grew up, but we didn't grow up like super stupid rich. Okay? Like, I didn't grow up in like, oh, money's not a problem. You know? Like, I didn't grow up like that. We always had things. You know, when I was a kid, my parents provided, yeah. But I wasn't driving Lamborghinis, living in $1 million houses and shit. You know? And I remember working jobs and stuff like that, making $7.50 an hour. You know, fucking slave labor, bro. I was a slave. I was. And I remember that. And I look at some of the fluctuations in these futures markets and it is, oh my God. It just doesn't even make sense. And it's laughable. It really is. It's fucking laughable, the shit I used to do. Driving 30 minutes, sitting in traffic to clock in for $7.50 an hour, and then taxes on top of that. You know what I mean? Like, and then I had to wait 2 weeks for a check to clear or like to get your paycheck. Like, dude, it's such dog shit. It's, oh my God, it's modern day slavery. But then you see a little bit of movement in these commodities markets or you know, futures markets, and it's just like, wow, this was available here the whole time. This was here the whole time. So I was at work, you know, slaving, getting cheated on, and I could have been making fucking bank just being at home. You know? And that's real shit. That is real shit. So, Miguel, micros are $5 a point. So that's the thing. Like, you could trade, like, let's say micros, right? You could go in with 5 contracts. Okay? You can go in with 5 contracts, and that's $25 a point. So it's not as bad. You know, it's half, right? Because micro is 1/10 of E-mini, okay? E-mini is $50 a point per contract. Micros is $5 per point per contract. But let me ask you this. If you could afford E-mini, $50 a point, okay? All you can afford is 1 contract. How the fuck are you going to take partials? How are you going to take partials? You can't. Because it's only 1 contract. Watch this imbalance here. We're going to keep this here. We're going to keep that up there. But just watch this imbalance right here. Watch that. Watch what we do here. New hour. It's 1 o'clock. This is going to be detrimental to what I think is going to happen next. Either we break through that and go higher, or we start trading lower and gun for these lows. So I don't know yet. And right now, literally, it's stuck between liquidity up here and liquidity down here. So for me, I think it's a low probability. But if I had to say, I would want lower. Grab these lows, trade into that imbalance, and then yoink up there. Anyway, what was I saying? I was talking about something. I don't remember. My mind is all over the place today. Have you gone to your high school reunion as a trader yet? They had a high school reunion last year and then they canceled it. So I don't know what's going on. I don't want to see those fuckers anyway. There's a few people I'd want to see. But there's a few people I'd rather not. I'd rather not see. You know what I mean? Brokies. Yeah, you're right. Can't wait to be a full-time trader. Feel so close yet so far. Yeah. It is uncomfortable when you start trading futures. Because, like, I'm telling you, like, big money movements is scary, even if it's for you. Trust me, because when shit goes up 100, down 100, up 200, down 200, and you're just watching it like that, that shit will paralyze you at first. In my opinion, maybe not everybody, but in my opinion, like when you first take a trade like that, that shit will paralyze you. Oh man, it's up. Oh man, it's down. Oh, it's up. Should I TP? Should I fucking hold? Should I get out? Like, it'll. You think you know what you're doing. Like you think like, I got a handle on it. I got this, and then you actually do it, and you're like, oh my god, what do I do? I'm frozen. I'm frozen. Shit, man. You watch that shit. You be up $1,000, and then it goes back $800 on you, and you take a $200 profit. You're not gonna be happy about that. You made $200, and you're not gonna like it because you're gonna be like, man, I could have made 1,000. Could have made 1,000, but I only pulled out 200. I'm a goober. It'll happen, dude. Why do you think I have these type of lessons for you guys? Why do you think I tell you focus on the market, not the money, like Mark Douglas talks about? Why do you think I tell you focus on what you did right and like correct what you did wrong, but you know, don't be upset that you missed out. Be grateful for what you did get. You know, I tell you these things for a reason. I try to hopefully set you up for success. That's my goal. It's not guaranteed, but that is my goal, is to help set you up for success in these markets. And a lot of it is psychological. That is true. Trust me. And then as soon as you think everything's all gravy, then some bullshit comes up. This person needs money, or that person needs your help with something, or people are begging you to teach them how to trade, but they don't want to, they don't want to pay for it. And like, people are a mess, bro. And I know that sounds really shady for me to say. Like, I know it sounds really bad because I'm an educator and I care about you guys and I teach people how to do this shit. But bro, sometimes people are the fucking worst. Man, I don't even want to get into this shit. Honestly, today is probably the first day in a long time that I'm not in the right mindset to press buttons. Real talk. Because like, I get disappointed sometimes, bro. I really do. Because, I work with people, and I'm not going to say no names, at least not right now. I'm not going to say no names, and it's nobody on my team, but I've worked with people, and it's like, oh, this person's awesome, because they believe in people over profit and all these things, and that's like surface level, but then when you find out people's real intentions or who they really are, when the pressure's on, you know what I mean? And people fold, and that really fucking, I just get so disappointed, dude. Because like some people could just do so much fucking better, and they don't. And that's so sad. It really is. Because all of you on here, okay? I really didn't want to fucking get into this. But everyone on here, right? You guys are somebody. There's someone on the other side of this screen. You know what I'm saying? And I care about you guys. And when I see people do things that goes against that bothers the fuck out of me. It really does. Because that's what I'm about, bro. I'm about helping people. And when I think someone is like that and they're not, that fucking hurts. It hurts. All I do is come on here and I give you guys my best, make presentations, I fucking do free calls, the Zoom calls, and all that shit. I do it because I want you guys to be set up to succeed. And when people are not put first, it fucking bothers me. Because I used to be in that position where I wanted to learn how to trade. I didn't like where I was at, and I wanted something better for myself. So I know what that feels like. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. All right, we're back. We're back. Sorry, needed a quick break. But anyways, what we do, I think we're going to trade high. But again, I would have much rather seen this low taken, because now, I don't know. They're doing slightly different things here. Again, with the S&P taking those lows, the Dow taking those lows, they are showing a reaction. Not the greatest. I mean, the S&P is reacting pretty nicely, but I think it still would have been much better for this. So the fact that we left that open, I don't really care for that. But the higher time frame, again, the 15-minute, I think would want to take us to 13.5. Okay. But I can't even, I don't even want to read the chat right now, so just we'll watch this for a minute, for a little bit, and then we'll see what happens. But I guess the final hour is probably going to give us a move that we've been looking for. Right now, we're back into the middle of a short-term range here. So to demand something, I think right now is asking for a lot. But I will tell you this. Tonight, I will be doing a call. Okay? I will be doing a call. Whether that is the one that I've been promoting for or not, I will still do one. Because I'm not going to promote for a call and then fucking cancel it. And I really want to say some shit, but I'm not going to. There will be a call tonight, whether it's me by myself or whether it's with someone else. There will be a call tonight, period. Because I don't back out. And at the end of the day, people come first, no matter what. The people are first forever. That will never change. That will never fucking change. Never. And you, it's not even a question. It's not even a question. The fact that I have to question that, the fact that I have to ask, that in itself is a problem. That's a problem. You either are going to put people first or you're not going to. If you're in a leadership position, you're either going to put people first or you're not. There is no gray area. That's not something you half-ass, bro. There is no gray area there. That is either black or it's white. There is no gray area. If the people aren't first, they're fucking last. Period. And if the people are last, you do not live by people over profits. It's as simple as that. Actions speak louder than words, point blank. Any argument is welcome. I welcome anything. Any rebuttal that any of you have, feel free. Feel fucking free. Anyway, there's an imbalance right there too. If the NASDAQ didn't have those lows, I think that would probably be a long for the S&P. So what I would do is I would screenshot this here too. I would screenshot that right here. Oh, fuck. I got a little bit late. I'll try to screenshot it right inside there. There's a little gap right there too. You see that? See that gap right there? I would screenshot this right here. 45 to 30. The fuck is that? 36.25. 40, 44, 45 up to 56, 58. I can see that. So watch for a run. Now you can put an alert at 41.56 or 55 and a half or whatever. Put an alert there. I think that's probably going to be next. We came down, swept the liquidity. We fucking mentioned that before we did that. Now that to me is like a rebalance to then shoot that bitch higher. Because all the shorts that got in, they're trying to short this market. They're going to get their face ripped off after longs already got out. It just makes all the sense in the world to run up to the 50s, 56, 57. Unless I'm wrong. That's always on the table, but that makes a lot of sense. I would take that on paper today. 100%. I would take that on paper. Unless we close below that, then I wouldn't like it. But I do want to see what we do around that gap. Oh. E-mini kind of went lower right there. That's kind of strange. But I would definitely be mindful of like me, I would just mark up this gap right here. I'd have that imbalance, but I'd mark up the gap too. Because I wouldn't want to see us go below the gap if we leave it. Like if we respect this and then we leave it, I wouldn't want to see us come back into there. So we'll see. Again, we'll see. Okay. We'll have to watch it. I don't think I can minimize this. So again, be mindful of that gap. Because like, so if I was in a trade right now, like if I was longing this, I'd give it a couple candles, of course, but I would see like, is this going to be respected or are we going to come down more? If we are bullish, that is not what I want, what I would want to see. So like, I guess if I took that, my stop would probably be at this low, because I would give it a little bit of breathing room in case it happens to trade into this lower one. That would be like kind of the last line of defense. And then this low shouldn't be taken if that is a real stop run. So realistically, I think price should turn from here. That's what I think. I think price should absolutely turn from here and go up. But that's just probabilities. That's not absolutes. Okay. And it's a Monday, so Mondays are kind of, Mondays aren't always the greatest day. Steve Brule, what's up? How long have you been? Is this your first time here, Steve? Gurn. What is that, a word? Is that English? I don't even know what that means. Let me see. Dow had that same gap right here, at least on like the micros. And then that same gap is right here on NASDAQ. But again, I would be a lot more confident if we would have had that. Let me just draw that here. Like if we had that, I would feel way better. I feel way better. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screenshot this right here. So look, we're either gonna be right or we're gonna be wrong. It'll either trade lower and hit 41.36, and then that hypothetical idea would be stopped, or it runs up to the highs and we would be correct in the assumption. Oh, that took a strange turn. What took a strange turn? Oh, yeah. I have typos all the time. If you look at my reels or my book has spelling mistakes, I have spelling mistakes all over the place. So I'm the last person to say anything about spelling. So what's good, Marcus Z? What's Gucci Gang? Matter of fact, you know what we haven't looked at? We haven't looked at SPY today. We haven't looked at SPY. Ooh, that could be problematic for longs. Because that was actually seen on S&P, isn't it as well? No. Oh, okay. That short-term low was taken on micros. But that was not taken on S&P. Oh, shit. Did we just long with equal lows? That's not fucking good. That's not good. Those are equal lows at 41.36.5. That could be problematic, ladies and gentlemen. That could be problematic. See, I don't like when price does that. Why does it take it on one, but not the other? Shit makes no sense. Shit makes no sense. Mark is trying to finesse me today. Trying to finesse me today. Did you see that? So we may not end up being long then. Because now, if we're going to long, we're going to have our stop where everyone else has their fucking stop. You know what? We may ended up just becoming a gazelle today. We may just happen to be a gazelle today. Yeah. If I was in this still, I'd probably just close out with 1 or 2 points and say fuck that and be done. And this is why we have confirmations and checklists and stuff. And someone asked me that the other day. They asked me why I don't, or why I have 2 of each one, and that's why, because one's micro and one's e-mini. That's why. Because then you got shit like this where micros might run, but then e-mini doesn't. So yeah, if we entered, like, say at that gap, and now it's back like 1 or 2 ticks above our entry, I would just hop out, take the break even, and then like walk out or walk away rather, because that changes my mind now. With these lows right here, that changes the idea of being long, because now it's 50-50. It could take the lows first, and that's not where you want to have your stop here. You don't want to have your stop right there, in my opinion. Again, not definitely not financial advice, but I'm trying to, like, I'm kind of talking to myself here. Like, I don't want to have my stop there, because that's going to be lunch. That's going to be afternoon lunch for the Lions. They're going to likely come down there and grab that. And that ended up, or excuse me, that may end up making the case for the NASDAQ as well. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Unless you're one of those people who just takes the trade and walks away. But I don't usually do that. I do not usually do that. Miguel, you just now found out about the magnet tool? Oh my God. Yeah, if you hold shift, like if you have a trend line, right, you can draw it anywhere. But if you hold shift, it'll draw it straight or at a 45-degree angle or like straight up. But the magnet tool, it snaps it to the wicks and stuff. So like if I want to draw out a new high, it's as simple as that. Magnet tool, and then shift, and that's it. Unless you use the horizontal ray, then it just draws it out. But the horizontal ray is good because it can also post the price level. So if I want to use that as a target, I need to know what price that is. And that's why I like the rays, because it just draws it out from wherever you do it at. And then the alert makes it even better. So if I'm away from the charts, like let's say I'm walking the neighborhood or something, which I wouldn't be at 130, but if I was, like, oh, my stop's to break even, I'll just go like walk the neighborhood, and then I get that alert like, oh, hey, it hit. Okay, cool, I'm out. You know, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, my mind has changed now, given that we've now looked at both. So I would no longer expect this to be a turning point. See how we closed below that gap too? You see that? It respected it here, but then we closed below that. Yeah, that to me is problematic for longs. Okay, at least for longs. And then this 15-minute candle's fixing to close as well, and that may respect the gap, but I don't know. I just don't like it. If we wanted to be long, it would have responded already, in my opinion. And the fact that it hasn't probably means I'm wrong. So hopefully I didn't do too much there. EU and GU. Cable and fiber, respectively. Yeah, we can. Let me just see how this 15-minute candle closes, though. Let me just take a look at this, and then we'll go look at British pound and Euro USD. That looks like shit. This whole price right here looks like shit. So, yikes. And look, I'm sorry if I'm cussing a lot today. It's just one of those fucking days. It's just one of those days. As far as upside movement, Euro is our weakest of today. Look at the daily candle on British pound, and then look at the daily candle on Euro. Look at this. This is weak sauce. That's weak sauce on the Euro. But you look at British pound, much more distinctive to the upside. And no, not exactly equal lows there. I mean, without warping the chart, they are. So 124.36 is equal lows for British pound, at least on a 4 hour. But that's also seen on a daily. So you have two different daily lows right there. So that may end up being a target. Given the run on May 27th of last year, so that was a year ago this month, I think, we took that high on the 11th, came down, and then we've traded lower down almost to these lows, not there yet, and now it's trading back up, and you do have this daily imbalance right there. So I mean, if it were me, I'd probably wait to see if we get in there, and then if there's like maybe short setups on a smaller time frame, I could see that potentially going lower. But if that is the case, then you would also need a higher dollar. And that is a hard case to make for me personally. Even though, yeah, we've rallied above these highs, yes, but you have these lows down in here. I don't know what line that is, but we're just going to borrow that and put that here. So although these could be left open, I would feel a little reluctant to want to long dollar with those right there. So again, I could be totally wrong. If we would short, I think Euro would be a better short given the weakness. But that's like from a daily time frame perspective. So yeah, if it were me, I'd have those levels on British pound, and I would drop down to like a 15-minute, maybe a 1 hour, and any relative strength that confirms selling, like shorting opportunities, but that also confirms Euro being weaker, that would probably be good. And I could see like maybe mitigation setups on British pound, like if it's going to run previous highs and then come back to mitigate to go lower, like I could see that. Like this high, for example, like this is what I'm saying. Like, and I don't do this, okay? I don't draw this shit out on my chart. But in my mind, I guess to portray to you what I would expect is like, all right, whatever happens, happens. And if we get above this high and then we run a previous high and then drop down to mitigate to go lower, I could see something like that. You know what I'm saying? Oops. That's what I'm trying to portray to you. Because it would make sense. Well, this is a huge imbalance over here too, which again, this is derived from the daily time frame. So if we run up, grab a short-term high, fill in some old price action, because only sell side was delivered here. You know, if there's buy side offered, then okay, do that. And then if we show like a willingness to trade lower, then I could see something like that. Does that make sense? But I'm telling you, I don't draw this out and then go, okay, the market has to do that. Like I'm not doing that at all. But I could see something like that forming. Okay. And then what do you say about the daily? An institutional candle. I mean, there might be. I mean, these aren't. That's the last up candle, sure, but oh, we drew that mitigation right there too. That was not on purpose, but I mean, you could watch. So put 2573 on your chart then, and then see what happens there. See if anything sets up around that to hit the 2430s, 2420s. 420, that's probably a good level. 420, I'm sure. Oh, you said EU. Yikes. All right, well, fuck all that. I'm just playing. Yeah, I have no idea. This doesn't look good. There's not like a distinctive candle. I mean, you do have this up one here, and that's been traded into already. And that was prior to the sell-off. And yeah, we have that lack of wick here, which is traded into. So I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Monday's always... It's not always the greatest day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is usually going to be your prime, like, really good setups forming. But I just don't see that today. Okay, well, so the S&P, it respected the imbalance that we drew, but it looks not very good. And NASDAQ, what is this? This looks so sloppy to me. It looks very sloppy. So this is probably going to set up, oh yeah, it's 137. Okay, so it's probably going to end up popping off in the last hour. Now, 13.5, that to me might have been on the table earlier today. It looked good. But now that we've dropped down, we made lows, we're just hanging out at this imbalance. We haven't done anything the last 40 minutes. This is not usually what you want to see. So if we start trading lower, I think the last hour could end up sending us below these lows. Now, here's the other thing too, okay? Tomorrow I'm not going to be on power hour. So rest in peace. The final hour here, I wouldn't want to long in the final hour with the expectation of 13.5. That probably wouldn't happen. I mean, it could. That's always on the table, but I try not to. I try not to squeeze out really big ass moves in the final hour. I usually try not to do that. Okay, that's a long shot. It's like trying to do too much. Okay, so although this could have been a buying opportunity, time constraint. I'm not with it. I would still keep the screenshot though, just to see, but I'd probably be more focused on going short to the lows. S&P, like, I would probably look for shorts to the lows more so than I would the highs. There's a little gap right there too. I'll make it darker so it differentiates from the other one. But you have an imbalance here that was respected, and then you have this gap right here that is currently being respected for the lows. But I need the time window there. The time window needs to be there. So this, for a long, I think, has been nullified. There's some there's a word for you. I think that's been nullified. And that low may be on the table. So we'll have to see. We will have to see. Equal highs upside on S&P, so bullish in this week. What time frame are you referring to, Sharif? Probably need to go outside too before it rains. Get a little bit of fresh air. One hour. Well, the The only highs that we have right now are at 41.56, unless you're like really, really zooming out, which I don't see. Unless you're talking about like way up here. I'm not trying to call a 100-point move. Not right now. But yeah. And I don't really look at the 4 hour either. I think the 4 hours for the 4 hour for indices, to me, I never cared for it. And I still don't. It practically like cuts the session in half, like cuts the day in half. And I don't really like that. Like the 4 hour to me is, it wants to be higher time frame, even though it's intraday, but it's not a small time frame. You know what I mean? Like it's trying to be both. It's trying to play both sides of the fence, and then that's not how it works, you know? That's not how it works. You're either in or you're out. Know what I'm saying? You're either for the people or you're not. There's no in between. You know? Think about the mafia, bro. Once you get in, you cannot get out. You got to be all in, or that's your ass, you know? And that's one thing about anything in this life, bro. If you're going to do anything, fucking go all in or don't do it at all. Either give it your best or don't fucking do it. Because you're just going to waste your time. Not that I want to get philosophical on you today, but the 4 hour to me is just it wants to be small time frame and high time frame at the same time, and it just doesn't work. And taking trades based off the 4 hour alone, to me, is too much of a stop for my personal preference. So yeah. We have about 20 minutes until the last hour. So we may end up just taking a small break here. You guys want to do that then? You guys want to take a 20-minute break and then come back? Oh, and before I do a new poll, let me just look at the last one. Oh shit, we got 54 votes on the last one. Damn. How we got 32 people on but 54 votes? That's nuts. But 85% of you said to bring the schedule down to 1 p.m. Eastern every day. I guess the people have spoken. I guess the people have spoken. So we'll end that one. We'll start a new one. We'll start a new one. Let's see. All right. So if we take a 20-minute break, or actually it's going to be 17 minutes because I want to come back right at the end, like right at the beginning of the hour. So it's 1:43. So we would come back at 2, or like 1:58, something like that. So we could see the final hour. Do you guys want to do that? You guys want to do that? Yes or no? We'll take a quick break so you guys can grab something to eat, use the bathroom, you know, watch the reel that I posted this morning on Instagram. Whatever you want to do. We used to do that in summer school too. I fucking hated that. Or no, that was the Navy. I don't think I did summer school. But in the Navy, we would go to class for like 50 minutes and then we would have like a 10-minute break, like 3 or 4 times a day. So we would go and just dominate the vending machines like every day. That's all there was to do. So we'll do that. We'll take a 15. Quick bong rip. Oh, okay, Nick. Okay. I get that. I'll forget everything though. I'll come back and be like, what are we looking at? It just wouldn't make sense. Will you start a new stream? No, I'll just keep this one running. I'll just keep this one running. But what I'll do is I'll leave this up and I'll just say we'll be back at 3 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be right back, 3 p.m. Eastern, and then we'll just leave this up here. Okay. But I'm going to turn my camera off, though, because I don't, I don't want people to fucking, I don't know. And then I'll keep, here, I'll put 2 o'clock here, and I'll post my clock. All right, so be back in about 14 minutes, okay? 14 minutes. All right. All right. Should be getting started here in just a minute. If I can find my camera. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Miguel made a ham and cheese hot pocket. Dude, I used to absolutely demolish those. Like, oh my god. They even have some with like pretzel bread or the extra buttered bread. Oh my god. The butter croissant bread, I think is what, oh my heavens, bro. I used to inhale those like Patrick. Just, bro. No, don't even get me started on the hot pockets, bro. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. All right. So we'll watch ES because ES is the one that has the lows and the highs. So is everyone back? Is everyone back? Can we do a sound check real quick before we continue? Before we rock with it? We got to lean with it before we can rock with it. You feel me? You feel me? Body was here. Who else is here? Hey, appreciate that. Jan? I think that's how you say it. Well, at least the first 3 letters. Sound clear? Cool. Chocolate croissant sounds fuego. I don't know about that. I haven't had one of those. But all right, cool. We're good. We're good. Blessed. All right. So imagine this. Imagine this. Imagine you went long in here. The market barely went 3, maybe 4 points, and now it's back in here again. I wouldn't want that. I definitely would not want that. So that just tells me that may not be good. That may not be good. That could be a potential mitigation here in a minute, but we're going to find out. So we are stuck between the two, okay? I don't care for that. We are stuck between the highs up here and the lows down in here. So I think we're going to need an obvious movement in one of the 2 directions before we really commit to anything. 2 to 3. Okay. 2 to 3. So the long and short of it is, pun highly intended, is if we're going to long, we have equal lows. If we're going to short, we have equal highs. So which one is high probability? That's what I'm saying. Who knows? It could go either way. So I think we need to strongly trade higher, give us some evidence, or strongly trade lower. I think someone mentioned earlier displacement. That is what I would want to see before we commit to anything. So here's our final hour. And we'll just have the rest of the markups on here. What is that one? What is this box here? I don't even know what that is. Did we draw that earlier? I don't know. Who knows anything anymore? The call has been canceled, just so you know. The call that I've been promoting for the last 2 weeks, it's been canceled by the host. So I will do a call tonight. The same one I've been promoting for. Smart Money Stoics. I will do that call myself. On my channel right here on YouTube. He canceled because he wasn't getting paid? No, pay has nothing to do with it. Again, I commented on this earlier. Some people, they put the people first. Some people, they don't. And that breaks my fucking heart. It breaks my fucking heart to see that. So, although unfortunate, that's the reality that we live in. That's just the reality of it. So, you know, I don't play politics. I think politics are, you know, politics are politics. In other words, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm for the people. I will be for the people. That will never change. Go watch fucking Gladiator, Russell Crowe. When he was talking to that old guy, the ex-gladiator that was freed, he told him, you know, the old guy told Russell Crowe, Maximus in the movie, he told him, like, you got to win the hearts of the people. And he said, I'll give them something they've never seen before. Fucking iconic scene. Great scene. Oh my God. One of the best movies of all time, to be honest. It's old as shit, too. The Gladiator with Russell Crowe. Phenomenal movie. It's even got Marcus Aurelius in there, too. And actually the busts of some other Stoics. I don't know which ones they are in the movie, but because they don't show it all that much, but they do have them. When Maximus at the beginning of the movie is talking to Marcus right before Marcus dies, you know, near the end. So he also quotes Marcus Aurelius too, when he says, death smiles at us all, but all a man can do is smile back. That's Marcus Aurelius. Maximus quotes him in that movie. So that's what I was talking about earlier, man. You either put people first or you don't. I do. Can't say the same for everyone else. Can't say the same for everyone else. I can only speak on behalf of what I do. But I speak through actions. So you do what you want with that information. But Shawanda, I don't think so. I guess not. I guess not. My channel's been taken down. So that's the second time this year. Second time this year. Why do you think I have so many videos on YouTube? So you guys are not left without content, because I put you guys first. No matter what happens to me, I put you people first. You know? 2 years worth of work fucking gone, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Hopefully you took notes. Hopefully you took notes. Let's see. Dow showing a little bit of a willingness to go higher. NASDAQ still has not given really anything that it wants to do. It is showing a little reaction here at this imbalance, though. So if that gets respected, that may end up being our razzle dazzle to go lower, but I don't know. Again, I'm waiting for what we talked about. Like, we need a strong willingness in one of the two directions, because I don't know. And you can tell by price, it's not going anywhere. It's not showing. It's barely showing a willingness to go higher. It hasn't shown a strong willingness to go lower, but it still is currently inside of this imbalance that we talked about. So it's hard to make the case. And this is only a potential mitigation, but price would have to break down first for that to be even considered. So it's hard to say. It is hard to say. And yeah, look, I'm not telling y'all anything, okay, about, you know, what to do with this, that, and the third. But I will tell you, just go log in. It's not there. I looked. That's what I woke up to today. I woke up to a student, I forgot who it was. And they said, "Hey man, you know, where's your stuff?" I'm like, "Fuck, I don't know. I don't control that. I only control what I put on YouTube." So, you know, it wasn't my choice. You think I would purposely take away 150 something favorite sessions? You think I would throw away 2 years of work that I've done on purpose? You think I would just spit in the fucking face of customers who paid to see that? You think I would just rip that away from you? What part of I put people first? Does that make sense in? That doesn't make sense in any world. Not the logic that I think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But you know, at the end of the day, we're all gonna make choices, right? We make the choices that we make. So I had to decide a long time ago. Before I was a teacher, before I was a mentor, I didn't want to teach. I didn't want to teach. I didn't want to take the time. I didn't have a passion for that. But I eventually gave in, started teaching. Then I joined IM in, I think, 2019. Then I became an educator in 2021. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I love this shit. I love when people send me messages. "Oh, I'm funded. Oh, I fucking learned so much. I learned this and that." People want to fly fucking from countries to come over here. I have all the feedback you've ever given me. I have that shit. You know how long it took me to record that yesterday? 730 or 40. It was over 700 pieces of feedback just on my channel alone. I have all that. I've read every single word anybody has ever said. I have it. I have it in screenshots. I have it in videos. I have it all. I know what you guys have or sent me. I know the gratitude that you guys have. Dude, there's countries I can't even name that you guys are at. I can't list all the countries that you guys are from because there's so many. You know what I mean? We've done great things together. And that was after I became an educator. And I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, that's right. Coming back to the point. When I got into teaching, I said, okay. I told myself, I said, "John, what are you going to teach? Are you going to teach everything you know? Or are you going to teach a few things and maybe hold a little bit back? Or, you know, are you going to teach some things and kind of string people along so they keep paying a subscription?" Right? And that's the honest truth right there. I could have done that. I could have just said, "You know what? I'll give them a little bit here and a little bit there, and I'll keep them paying their subscription every month." And I thought to myself, well, John, what if that was you? What if you were the one that was wanting to learn this stuff? Would you want someone to kind of give you breadcrumbs, or would you want someone to take a fucking loaf of bread and hit you over the mouth with it? So I told myself, I said, all right, not going to hold back. Not going to bullshit for 60 minutes and only teach them 10 minutes worth of shit. Not going to do it. So if I'm going to be a teacher, I'm going to do it, and I want to be good at it. I'll do PowerPoints. I'll do, you know, this, that, and the third, call in trades in advance. I'll do that shit. Right? Because if I'm not going to do that, then I shouldn't do it at all. It's exactly what I told you earlier. If you're going to do something, give it 100% or don't fucking do it. It's just like a relationship. If you're going to be in a relationship, great. Great. But don't half-ass it. Give it your best. Marcus Aurelius said, do your best, the rest doesn't matter. Just that you do your best, the rest doesn't matter. And when people purposely don't do their best, man, it's disappointing. I lose a lot of respect. I really do. I lose it. When people are put into positions and don't do what I think they should do, no. No. We didn't take an oath. We didn't take an oath, you know? Always do your best. We didn't. But that's the oath that I took myself. I told myself, yeah, I'm going to give it everything I got. There was a PDF I put out. There was a PDF I put out, the Trade House Values. That was a video I put out as well. Let me pull that up for a minute because we're still not getting the move that we've been wanting. So that is a little disappointing, but that's okay. We still got 45 minutes left, so let's see. See if we can get some fucking volatility, like please. Please, let's get some volatility. All right, Trade House Values, what are they? What are they? Let's see. Let me see. Teamwork, respect, accountability, determination, excellence, honor, organized, uniqueness, student, and environment. Teamwork. Okay. Teamwork means what? Work with other people, right? Networking. You know, work with other people, right? So does promoting for a call for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then canceling it the morning of, does that sound like teamwork to you? Is that something that you can respect? Determination to see things through, that fucking violates that as well. That violates that as well. Determination. The direct definition of determination is the act of deciding definitively and firmly. Definitively and firmly. When I promoted that call for the last 2 weeks, that was deciding, acting definitively and firmly. Great. We're going to do this call. We're going to do this call. And then, nope. So look, I'm not trying to start no shit. Oh, we got fucking equal highs again. What is that? Okay. I'm not trying to start no shit, but that's the reality. I didn't make that choice. I didn't make that choice. If you're going to make a decision, great, stick to it. Just make sure it's the right one. And I try to give people, you know, I try to say, look, don't act irrationally, right? Take a moment, bro. Just take a minute. Take a minute. You got that call's not for another 6 hours. You don't got to make a decision right now. Just let's wait and let's see. Think about it. Nope. Not even that. All right. Great. I'll run the call myself. Because I'm going to do it. I've already determined that I was going to do it. You think I'm going to promote for a call and then back out? How does that make me look? Does that put students first or does that put me first? By putting me first, I'd say, oh yeah, guys, you know, we canceled the call and you know, that's a wrap. All right, y'all be good. I'll see you next time. No. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Period. So, like I said, man, it's disappointing. You know? But hey, it's the reality of it. So we're going to focus on what we can control. We're not going to focus on what we can't. And I'm also focused on these equal highs right here too. But I do want to see if we can get the 56s. I mean, it's only eight points away. I mean, come on, we could probably get that. So anyway, I haven't read the chat, but I'll read it. We're gonna end that poll too. We don't need that up there. Yeah, we'll see, Sharif. We'll see. Can you do videos on trading consolidations? Oh yeah. I'm gonna run wherever the fuck I want to run now. That's what's next. That is what's next. So you thought the channel had good videos now? Huh. Oh no. No. We're only getting started. We only just started this channel. Lewis is trading full time. That's blessed, man. And yeah, Ali, we're still doing things together. I mean, I'm not going to end this channel unless YouTube takes it down, and then I'll just start another one. I'll have to just start another one. Let's take a look at the Dow for a minute and see what the NASDAQ is doing. Ooh, nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Man, that's great. That's great. So it wasn't enough that we had equal highs. We had to do them again. We had to do more equal highs. That's what a day. What a day it's been, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you that. What a fucking Monday. What a fucking Monday, dude. But you know, sometimes life can't just be too boring, huh? People just got to come by and fucking spice things up, huh? So yeah. Yeah, Nick, I get it. I don't blame you. Appreciate the comments, John. Thank you. John's gonna join the YouTube membership. Are you doing Tuesdays and Thursdays on this channel? Yes. That doesn't go away. The Tuesdays and Thursdays will be here on YouTube. The reviews will be here on YouTube. Although I must say, those are going to be membership only, 100%. So that will be our first membership only stream. Will be tomorrow. Oh, we're watching E-mini, not the micros. Although they created highs too, though. But okay. You know what? We may not end up getting the volatility we expected then. We might just not do anything. I can almost guarantee you though tomorrow's probably going to be a better day. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you, people are first. The students are first. You will get education, period. You don't have to worry about that. I will take care of you. Now, the platform on which I do that with, that might change, but again, out of my control. Out of my control. Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious. So I guess we were right then on the original theory, or the original idea at least, of this imbalance. But it spent an absurd amount of time there. Like way too long. Literally, it's only been 4 points. Maybe 3 if you got like a better, or like 4 if you got a good entry, 3 if you got like a sloppy entry, but it's not running. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not running. And that is not what you want when you're in a long position. That's not what you want. Like if we were long from here, this would need to start printing, bro. This would need to start printing. If you're worried about paying for education, you shouldn't be trading, and you'll do the same in the charts. If you don't pay, you won't take it as serious as if it was free. No, I agree. I agree. So the thing is, man, if I wanted to make a lot of money, I would charge a lot more. It wouldn't be fucking $5 and $10, dude. It wouldn't be that. If I was really wanting to make money like that, yeah, I would have charged a lot more. That wasn't the purpose, though. The purpose was to build a community, right? The like the chat emojis, like Nick, posted that gem in Naruto with the 200 IQ, right? It was for the snipers next to your name. It was for the chat emojis. It was to have fun, to build a community. There are people out here that are running up Twitters and then charging like $150, $250, to teach a few things. A small course, a few hours of a course, a couple $100. Like, dude, you don't think I could put a fucking price tag on that too? Like, come on. I could. I don't even know how you say that. Maximiliano? Fuck, I don't know. Did I say that correctly? Welcome to tier 2. Welcome our latest tier 2 member, Maximiliano Lopez. Keep your channel free. Well, the channel is free right now. Memberships are optional. That's the thing. That's the fucking thing I don't get too. There's certain things I'm not going to say yet, but apparently memberships are a problem. Optional memberships are a fucking problem. Okay. Sure. Late to the party. You're not with Trade House anymore. Or just I am. Well, I am Trade House. Okay. I'm the founder of Trade House Houston LLC. Okay. Like I'm Trade House either way, but those are my boys. Rock, Iffy, Daniel, Zach, Jordan, Rock, Mike. Okay. Both Mikes. Okay. Those are my boys, period. And that doesn't change. But apparently I'm a full-time YouTuber now. Like the education wise is going to be, I guess, on YouTube now. Been watching John forever. His value is insane. Appreciate that. Rudy FX. Thank you. 50 snipers in the chat soon, seeing as you just became that much more exclusive. Oh, yeah. Oh, now that if I'm strictly going to be on YouTube, you have no fucking idea right now. You have no idea how hard I'm about to go on social media. I have reels you wouldn't even believe that I made. Oh, yeah. I'll post them soon. Well, I posted one today. I mean, that's not my greatest work, but I posted one reel today about Marcus Aurelius, about waking up in the morning. It's on Instagram. Go look at it. It's on my story too. Do you have trouble waking up in the morning? Well, so did Marcus Aurelius. So trust me, I'll be posting trading content too. You're gonna see what, not like, I don't want to say my best because I feel like that's like pinnacle shit, but you are going to see a new John Phibb social media. It is going to be way, way different. It's going to be amped hard. You thought I was marketing recently? Oh, fuck no. You are going to see some next level shit. Next level shit. Your videos came back all or gone forever? I think they're gone, bro. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I haven't heard anything. The only thing that I know is that the channel's gone, and that's it. That's the fucking second time this has happened this year. And to be honest, I'm pretty tired of it, man. I'm tired of the drama. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of the politics. I just want to trade, bro. I just want to trade. Just want to stream and trade and be good. I don't want to deal with nobody's bullshit. I had enough of that in the Navy, bro. I had enough bullshit in the Navy. I'm tired of the bullshit. I do this to avoid the bullshit. You know? Look at this big consolidation, dude. It's been 2.5 hours and we're still here. That's gross, dude. It's raining really hard right now, too. So good thing we took that break because I can't go outside now. I mean, I could go outside, but I don't want to get rained on. Look at that consolidation, man. Today's ugly. Today is ugly. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. Yeah. Yeah. Can you start from the beginning again in terms of your 150 saved channels? I promise to write all the book recommendations down this time. Honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I didn't plan on... Shit, 2 days ago, I thought everything was great. Or 3 days ago, rather. 3 days ago, I thought all was well. That's what I get for assuming. That's what I get for assuming. But yeah, it's not magnetizing anywhere. I mean, I guess if anything, we're probably going to trade higher. Only because like these equal highs, it's not trading lower. Every time it goes lower, it just rallies a little bit. So I feel like I guess that long down in here was probably it. But it's just been very boring, dude. It's not. We're down to 28 minutes left in the day. And it's not like now it's starting to take off a little bit, but it needs to start printing some solid up candles like in here. I think it needs to do that or it's not going to work. Let's look at a 1 minute time frame. Ugh. The 1 minute candles seem to be doing all right. Oh, that's my string. That's my hash string. I was trying to figure out what the fuck that was. So, down candles being respected right there. This down candle being respected here. So, I mean, it looks okay. It's just not moving very fast. It don't have emphasis, man. It doesn't have an emphasis. Oh, dude, if we get 13.5, I'm going to be fucking... I don't know what we're going to do. But I guess it looks okay for longs, but I guess we'll find out in the next 30 minutes if we end up getting to the 56s, 58s maybe. That's what I'm thinking. But as far as book recommendations go, I mean, I have a ton. We'll bring that. We'll have to bring that to YouTube as well. The book of the month. Oh shit. You know what? Oh my god, I forgot. I forgot about what we do. What was the other one? The After Hours Club. I don't. Oh my god, that was so long ago. The After Hours Club. We got to bring that shit back. Do you guys remember what the After Hours Club was, or what it was intended to be? Who remembers that? That was 2021. Well, okay. So, Allie, technically that was never taken away. It was just something that was a rule that I didn't know about going into it. I didn't know. So I canceled the Saturday session after, like, I don't know, I think it was like 9 weeks or something. I used to have a call, I used to have, my schedule used to be 3 times a week, but I dropped the Saturday call because let me tell you my intention. It was Fridays right after the market. It was Saturday. You silly goose. Miguel. Peter, welcome to tier 2. What's up, man? Look at that. Look at that bronze sniper next to your name, man. That looks crispy. Good old Pete. Welcome to tier 2, man. Blessed. See, look at that. We're already growing our community. And I cannot fucking wait for the end of the year. I want to see where this bitch is at the end of the year. I want to see where this channel is at in 6 months from now. A little over 6 months. Peter, that's or Nick, that's your dad? Peter's your dad? Oh shit. Very nice. Very nice. So that's awesome. That is great. That's really cool. Very nice. Very nice. Um, I knew what it was intended to be, but it was before I found Channel 96. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. So the After Hours Club, my intention for the After Hours Club was to bring on students the same way I brought on other educators on this channel. Because don't get me wrong, I want you guys to learn from me, but I want you to really learn too from other students, right? If you take, dude, I've seen some of y'all take trades that are unbelievable. Sniper entries, in at the low, out at the high. Like, dude, that gets me so hyped. I love seeing that shit. Especially when I don't take it. I'm like, oh, damn, like, they got a good trade. That's awesome. I want to be able to bring on a student, and explain that trade. What'd you see? Why you took it and whatever. Like, I want this channel to be a community. I don't want it to be, just teacher and students. Like, that's cool. It's not bad, but I don't want that. I want this to be a community. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. Now, it's not, there are rules, okay? Like, there are regulatory bodies that have very, very strict rules. There are laws, and I get that. I'm not complaining about that at all. That's why I have risk disclaimers. That's required by law, right? Because technically, this can be seen as financial advice, and I'm not legally allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why those risk disclaimers are there, but they are true. Trading does involve risk. That is a real thing. Okay. But due to certain rules, I was not permitted to do that. I was not allowed to bring on students. Okay. So it's not anybody's fault. I'm not mad about that. That's just the rules, and that's how it is. Right. But YouTube, the rules are a little bit more relaxed to an extent. Okay. To an extent. So I've brought on people here that are not Go Live educators, right? Because I can. And that's what I want to do, right? Like Nick and Pete or Peter. I don't know if you want me to call you Pete or Peter. I don't know. The guy who did my first tattoo, his name was Pete. But, you know, it's like, oh, father and son, they trade together? Cool. Let them talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want to see, bro. That's what I want. To build a community of traders who you just know that we're all in this together. We're all in this together, and trading is the number one goal. You know what I mean? We can learn from each other and just be a fucking community online. You know, if you guys come to Houston, I'll meet up. We'll go have some tacos. We'll grab a beer or something. We can do that. If you ever come to Houston, I am here. Okay? Now, if you're in certain parts, I might not go to, but and shit, if you're an hour and a half away, yeah, good luck with that. But, you know, if you're somewhat close to where I am, I will go have lunch with you, dude. Or ladies, whatever. Because at the end of the day, we're traders, man. We are traders. Not ready yet, but that would be sick. Yeah, whenever you guys are ready, man. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. If you want, the invitation is open, man. It's open. If you want to, or if you have a good couple trades and you want 5-10 minutes on the channel, I will give it to you. I will hand it to you. I am not stingy with the mic. I am not stingy with the spotlight. I will give it out to anybody who wants it. Even if you don't want it. So anyways, I was hoping we get volatility, man. We haven't. The market was listening and said, man, we're not going to give John anything. We might pop it a little bit, but we're not going to give him an opportunity. We're just going to consolidate and not do anything. So that's great. That's always lovely. Be in front of the charts for fucking 3 hours and not do anything. Great. That's okay. I love this shit. I love this shit. I will do it. I do not care. I do not care. Oh, you know what? What we talked about last week? We were trying to short silver, right? Where was that at? You guys remember? That was this one, wasn't it? Yeah, that Friday. Yeah, that ended up being a break even. Now you see why though, and then boom, look where we're at now. It's just done a whole lot of nothing. That time constraint. That's what it does to you. That's what it does to you. And I don't even think we talked about gold. Oh, I think we did to an extent. We talked about that right there, and it did run away a little bit. But that to me, I think is just like spreads, fucking just whipping it down there. So I mean, it moved a little bit, but ultimately that was just nonsense. So hopefully you learned something from that. In terms of like timing aspect, like why that was not solid, you know. So, uh oh. Is that a spike in volatility? Oh, not really. Not really. Ooh, 17 minutes left. I was hoping we'd get a little razzle dazzle, but I guess not. Maybe. I'm praying. Do something. I want the algorithm to just whip it. But it might not. For experienced traders, what do you recommend for mindset control of emotions? Well, Rudy, I did put out a video recently for members only that deals with dealing with drawdown. So that'll definitely answer your question. But if you're not a member, then the free version I think comes out on the 21st. So what I would say, I mean, the chat can answer that question if you guys want. I know there's almost 30 of you in here. So what has helped you guys with mindset and control of emotions? So for me, I'll talk about this tonight on my call, but you know, there's books like Meditations by Marcus Aurelius and The Art of Living by Epictetus, Letters from a Stoic by Seneca, Discourses and Selected Writings by Epictetus. I mean, you know, having an iron mindset, iron discipline, you know, and stuff like that, which helps you. I mean, obviously understanding the market does help too. But as far as emotional control, there is no emotional control. You don't control your emotions. You control your actions. You know what? You should go take a look at the Dichotomy of Control video. I would also, I need to make a playlist for this shit. But I haven't been on YouTube all that long. I'm not, you know. Let me see. There's a video called Smart Money Stoics Episode 1. I would check that out. And then I would watch also Unlock Your Potential, a psychology discussion. And then I would also watch the Dichotomy of Control. So Dichotomy of Control is 12 minutes. Unlock Your Potential is about 48 minutes. And then Smart Money Stoics is 30 minutes. So, you know, the best part about that is that they're not super long. They're not super long. Oh, yeah, funded account seeing bigger drawdown. You got to shift. In my opinion, you got to shift from money to percentages. Losing $10,000 sounds like a fucking nightmare to some people, but losing $10,000 is only 1% of $1 million account. You know what I'm saying? So it's perspective. Joe Dispenza and Andrew Huberman helped me a lot. Helped out Nick. Don't think about the numbers. Look at it as percentages. Yeah, Drosky. See, I just said that. That's a good answer. So yeah, I mean, it's true though. It's shifting your perspective. There's a lot of reasons I could tell you. Like, I could come out here and tell you that I'm a victim, right? My channel's been taken down. I've been fucking canceled like Andrew Tate and fucking celebrities and shit, right? I could pretend that I'm a victim and play the victim, but I don't do that. I don't do that. I look for the good in things. I look for the opportunities in things, because it's a waste of time to pretend to be a victim. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. And it's your time and energy is better spent doing other things. That's why I'm spending my time on the charts and teaching you guys and gaining experience, even though the price action's been a little rough. That's okay. It's Monday. There's going to be better price action probably Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm just saying Andrew Tate was canceled, or they tried to cancel him. I'm just saying as an example. As an example, that's all. So, you know, and it's whatever, man. But being a victim is a waste. It is an absolute waste. And that's all it is a shift in perspective. Right? Epictetus talks about this. It's not what happens to you, it's how you respond about what happens to you. Marcus Aurelius, he said, feel like you haven't been harmed, and you haven't been. You know, there's another part to that. I can't remember it, but I have quotes for days on this shit. Days. Bro, I've read like over 12 books on Stoic philosophy. The book I'm reading right now, How to Be a Stoic by Massimo Pigliucci. Can you guys see that? Right? And then right behind that, The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. Every day you get wisdom every day. Right? So that's you know, and I give this all to you, all of it. I give it to you. I tell you what books to read. I give you the quotes. I give you the ideas. All of it. I don't hold back from you or for you. I do not hold back. None. Because again, it comes back to the original conversation that we started almost 3 hours ago. Students come first. Students come first. So you see how it's all interconnected, bro? It's all interconnected. There's another video I did. I fucking say that so much. There's another video I did. There's a reason I make them. I did a video called Stop Living Aimlessly. It's only 3 minutes, and that was actually screen recorded from my Instagram a couple weeks ago when I was walking the neighborhood. Actually, that has a really, really low view count, but that's okay. I don't do it for the views. I do it to give you the message, but that was Stop Living Aimlessly, right? A lot of people live their life aimlessly. They don't have goals, dreams, or ambitions. And my thing is, dude, even if you don't, at a minimum, you should have a set of values. What do you value? What are your virtues, right? You know, a lot of people would say being a good person. Well, what entails being a good person? How do you be a good person? What is good? Okay. And that's what obviously a lot of people argue about. It's different religions and stuff like that. And the great thing about Stoic ideas is that they're not religious. So at least like 99% of it is not religious. So it's not, you know, something to divide the community. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to do that. Appreciate that, Miguel. Appreciate that. I'm 29 years old, bro. I'm about to be 30. Literally, I'm approaching 30 years old. You think I have time to be fucking, you know, just, what is it called? Like corporate language, and I don't even know how to say what I'm trying to say. It's hard for me not to curse, bro. It is. It's difficult. Because I've been doing it for so long. So when I try to give you guys the message, you know, it's like I'm too old to be inauthentic. Okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm too old to be inauthentic. You know? This is probably too much information, but the market's not doing anything, and I'll tell you this in closing. You know, I've been with I was going to talk about relationships, but I'll skip that. Let's just say regular people, okay? Like regular friends and stuff. And when I go out to like meet people or whatever, like I can see when people are themselves, and then I can see when people are fake. You know, like their voice gets higher, they're more polite and stuff like that. And I've always had a disdain for that. You know what I mean? Like I had a girlfriend one time, and in high school, the same bitch who fucking cheated on me, right? Well, anyway, you know, she would be bitching to me about some other girl, right? Oh, this girl is this girl is that. And then she would turn around, and like the next couple of days, she would see her in the hallway. Oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, I miss you, best friend, like all that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? You were just talking all this shit about this person, and now the next day you guys are friends? Like, what the fuck is this? And I've always looked at that and went like, bro, that's, how do you do that? How can you just be fake? It doesn't add up with me, you know? I can only be inauthentic for so long. You know, it's just so uncomfortable, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. You know? I can calm down the cussing to an extent, but I can't do that forever. I can't do that forever. So, fuck them. You know what I mean? With all due respect. I just hate that. I hate that. I see a lot of fake people. And I have a severe disdain for that. Because here's the thing. We could be, here's the part that a lot of people may not get, but I wrote about this in my next book too. I have more respect for some of my known enemies than I do for some of the people that I have worked with before. Because the person that you work with, or maybe that you're in a relationship with, they're going to hurt you more than your enemy. With your enemies, check this out. Let me explain. With your enemy, you know where you stand. You know exactly where you stand. Oh, this person hates me. All right, cool. I get that. They don't like what I do. They don't like what I say. You know, they have their issues or whatever. All right, cool. I know where you stand. But people that you work with, or even someone that you're in a relationship with, they're the ones that pretend to love you up front, and they will stab the fuck out of you. And you don't expect it because you trust them, right? They're the ones that violate your trust. So that type of shit, I do not care for, and I have a severe disdain for that. Some enemies, I respect that. You don't like me because of XYZ, I can respect it. You made your intentions known. You're not being a little bitch about it. You're not hiding from it. You're being authentic. All right, great. But the people that are close to you, that backstab you when you trust them, oh no. Oh no. That's why there's that saying, the closest people to you will hurt you the most. And that is absolutely true. Not that I'm trying to be all doom and gloom here in the evening or here at the end of the session, but it's just true, man. That's why I get so fucking disappointed in people sometimes, because I do see the bad in people, but I see the good too. And when people choose to not be, when people know, when I know someone's potential and they purposely avoid their potential, oh man, it breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. Every time. So that's why earlier I had to take a fucking break, because I just get, it's just breaks my heart, man. And that's the end of it. Just like consolidations, man. Consolidations don't break my heart, but being in front of the screen and it not doing a lot, yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but at least it doesn't stab you in the back. Price doesn't lie to you. Price will never lie to you. Price will tell you exactly what it does. No inauthenticity about it. I can respect that. So there we go. There's the end of the day. The end of the stock exchange, at least. So I know we've been here for a while. We've been here almost 3 hours. I don't know if any of you have been here the entire time. We talked about a lot of things, but we'll be back in 5 hours because we have a call at 9 p.m. Eastern, which apparently I will now be doing by myself. So be back here at 9 p.m. Eastern, right? I keep getting confused. I keep forgetting when it was at. Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern. So be here at 8 Central. Okay? I'll give you guys more books. I'll give you guys more quotes. Give you guys more Stoic ideas, Stoic philosophy. And that'll probably end up being Smart Money Stoics Part 3, I think. So we'll just add it to the channel. Right? What do we have? We have Smart Money Stoics Episode 1. We did Smart Money Stoics Part 2 and giveaway details. We might as well do Smart Money Stoics Part 3 then. Shit, we might even give away some shit. How about that? We might even give away some shit tonight. But you got to show up. You got to show up. So, with that being said, I know price action wasn't the greatest. I know, but hopefully we had a fruitful conversation together. And you know, at the end of the day, all we can do is focus on what we need to do and what we can't control. And that's the best. And if you do your best, the rest doesn't matter. Okay? So be back in 5 hours. And I'll see you then.